Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Are you doing pretty good? I hope so. Ugh. Howdy, Freddy. Didn't you technically already do this with control with the objects of power?
Maybe a little, maybe just a little bit.
You know, it might be fun after we finish that game, actually, like, read all of the articles, like, properly and just make that a video. Maybe we can do that. Doing good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. So yeah, let me address the elephant on the computer screen. Yes, new avatar. We're doing a little Weeble face. Finally. A more unique icon than a white A on a black background. Be fun with your style. Yeah. Maybe for that I'd actually put in the effort to read them right. Like, put in the effort for editing the video down. Unlike what we're doing with these, which is just cutting them out. But yeah, tonight, it's already, because it's so late, we'll probably only get maybe 3 done. So that we have 3 for next week. I'd like to have them coming out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Because they're super easy to make just by reading them. And then next Friday we could do another batch. Next week's gonna be another delivery week, but hopefully it'll be less hectic than this week was. Alright. Well, we don't have a lot of time. So I think we need to get into it. Let me get the music set up. There we go. All right. What type of reading do we want to do today? Do we want to do the calm whispering type? Or like a skibbity-boo? Maybe we just stick with the classic. Control altered containment, items containment, or incident reports are in secret locations. After I beat the game and the DLC, I can look up where they are. And then I can go get them so that we can read them all. Alright. I think we do the classic reading type. Alright. Welcome to the SCP Foundation Wikidot. We are going to begin with Alien Invasion. Item number 7328. Level 5, Top Secret. Containment Class Neutralized. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-7328-A's remains are in cryogenic storage at Bioresearch Area 12 and may be accessed for study upon request. SCP-7328-B is in Standard Anomalous Item Storage. Recordings of all communications it received while active, and translations thereof, are available upon request. Description: SCP-7328 is an immense, interstellar spacecraft of unknown origin. Currently located an estimated 2.5 astronomical units from Earth. The object's distance and low reflectivity have made the details of its size and appearance difficult to ascertain. But initial observations determined that SCP-7328 was decelerating along a brachistochrone trajectory that would place it in low Earth orbit by data expunged. SCP-7328-A was a cephalopod-like extraterrestrial organism assumed to originate from SCP-7328. See Necropsy Report 7328-A-1 for further details on its biology. SCP-7328-A was discovered when RISA received a notification that a secure terminal at Site-1 had been accessed with O5-1's credentials, while O5-1 was known to be elsewhere. Footnote: it is not clear how SCP-7328-A acquired O5-1's credentials or infiltrated Site-1. Anti-memetic properties are suspected. When Mobile Task Force Alpha-1, Red Right Hand, arrived at the terminal, they discovered SCP-7328-A's remains. The organism had apparently been terminated by the Berryman-Langford memetic kill agent when attempting to access the SCP-01 document. However, terminal records indicated that it had successfully accessed blank other SCP documents beforehand. SCP-7328-B is a cylindrical, metallic communication device extracted from SCP-7328-A's corpse. It is likely that, via this transmitter, SCP-7328-A relayed some or all of the classified information it accessed back to SCP-7328. The operation of this device is not well understood, nor is the means by which messages are transmitted between it and SCP-7328. SCP-7328-B continued receiving transmissions after SCP-7328-A expired, possibly indicating that the same messages were being sent to multiple SCP-7328-A instances. 43 minutes after SCP-7328-A's death, SCP-7328 abruptly changed course and began accelerating out of the solar system. SCP-7328-B stopped receiving messages at this time, and its power source soon failed thereafter. As a result, the objects have been tentatively reclassified as neutralized. After 11 months of work with both anomalous and non-anomalous methods, SCP-7328's final message was finally translated. Display message: what kind of planet is this? Nice. What does Mexico have to do with this? Aliens. Yeah, it's a squid alien that broke into the SCP Foundation. That was pretty neat. That was Mexico, not planet. Did I misread something? Why did I see it as Mexico? Where are you seeing Mexico? Now you got me squinting, like, did I mess something up? Ow. My toe. Alright. Ignore all of that, you don't see anything. Going over here. SCP 7328. Here we go. Link to that one has been posted. Last part, I thought I saw Mexico when I read the last part, but I was imagining that. Oh, I wonder if your brain was reading messages Mexico. It happens to me all the time. My brain will fill in the blanks on words a lot. And it can be very confusing. Alright. That one was pretty quick. In and out. Anyway, on to the next. Yep. Let me clear my throat a little bit. Drink a little bit. I think I've got some throat infections starting. So it's good that we get this done now before it becomes a problem. But I need to stay hydrated and all that. Anyway. Next up on the list is reinventive design for abnormally dense cars. Item number 4730. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. Due to SCP-4730's tendency to manifest at random locations, complete containment is impossible at this time. When instances of SCP-4730 are located, Mobile Task Force New 2, Save the Clowns, are to be dispatched and are to dismantle the anomaly. SCP-4730-A specimens are to be tracked and guarded. Unauthorized personnel discovering SCP-4730-A specimens are to be given proper amnestics. Description: SCP-4730 designates the manifestation of clown cars in sparsely inhabited regions. It manifests around areas with sizable corridon. Footnote: also known as clowns from the Comoedia family. Name and information provided through cooperation with POI 90958 Bambuzio Starswinger. The targeted specimens are a species of wild clown that have not yet been domesticated. They are non-sapient, primarily scavengers, and avoid urban settlements. Behavior-wise, they act similar to birds, and sometimes feral dogs. Populations designated SCP-4730-A. SCP-4730 seems to have also been repurposed, with various parts not commonly seen in clown cars. Quick aside, I feel like this article was inspired by the concept of clown husbandry, if you know what that is. SCP-4730 will manifest within range of SCP-4730-A, to which it will respond by inspecting the vehicle. SCP-4730 will wait for large instances of SCP-4730-A to enter, before locking the instances inside and preventing escape. Afterwards, words to unidentified entities SCP-4730-1 and -2, will arrive and remove SCP-4730 from the area, disappearing along with it. According to information from POI 90958, non-anomalous versions of SCP-4730 are popular toys for domesticated SCP-4730-A specimens. SCP-4730-A specimens seem to enjoy being inside the vehicle, and will keep entering it until it is full, unaware of its properties. It is unknown where SCP-4730-A instances are brought after being captured. Addendum 4730.58. Interviewed. POI 90958, Bambuzio Starswinger. Interviewer. Junior Researcher Cosmo Aston. Forward. The following is an interview conducted with POI 90958 to obtain further information on the anomaly. POI 90958 agreed to cooperate with the Foundation, as he mentioned his disdain towards SCP-4730-1 and -2 instances. Begin log. Good afternoon, POI 90958. I appreciate your cooperation with us.
It's Mr. Starswinger. And yeah, anything to get those cursed poachers away from the precious wild clown populations.
Can you elaborate on that?
Did you read through my blog? Saying there's illegal hunting of wild clowns.
That. Are they people dressed as clowns, or... Can you repeat that?
What? No, who does that? Nobody dresses up as clowns. That's weird. That's like... I don't know. What's the word? Furries. A teenager commented that on one of my posts. I don't know what that is, though. Anyway, these wild clowns being kidnapped by illegal poachers, being sold off on the black market to various places.
Interesting. Do you know anything on how the cars and poachers manifest?
They use what everyone uses. Time clowns. It's disgusting. I hate their exploitation of the breed. They're probably not even properly taken care of. They use the time clowns and probably some other temporal clown breeds to make portals in and out of this dimension. Happens with entire locations, too. Time clowns. Fate of my existence.
That is a whole string of coherent words that sure don't make sense as sentences. So you're saying the poachers use the, time clowns to transport the specimens to secondary locations?
I'm saying that wild clowns don't have proper protection. So you have laws for other species, but not clowns? Like we don't notice. Clowns are just as important as your elephants or rhinos, yet I don't see any patrolling for wild clown herds or laws against poaching them. Well, I get the general public may not know about the clowns. We still need them for the people who do, though. It's a small world. You see, this is why I do what I do, because...
Extraneous data removed. That was lovely, Mr. Starswinger. Do you have any idea as to where the clowns are being taken after being captured?
Well, I sure do. Either the circuses or the ranches. Neither provides a better fate.
Okay. That will be all for now. Thank you very much, Mr. Starswinger.
It's my pleasure. You better catch those bastards, by the way.
We'll do what we can. End log. Closing statement. Address is suspected to contain missing SCP-4730-A specimens. Were given by POI 90958, on the condition that the offenders would be reprimanded in some manner. As POI 90958's blog remains open to known members of the clown husbandry community.
Told ya.
But will be hidden from the public, as the existence of domesticated clowns is unknown to the non-anomalous community. Addendum 4730.59. Mobile Task Force in New 2 arrived at the given coordinates of one of the suspected areas. Upon arrival, it was noted as a normal abandoned meat processing plant. During inspection, there was nothing explicitly out of the ordinary, nor anomalous. However, there were a log of items retrieved. A chunk of multicolored hair. A red ball with a gelatinous substance inside. a tape recording of a promotional video for Clowning About Ranches. A small scrap of unidentified meat. Analysis shows it to have some similarities to chicken. A torn document logging various purchases and sales. Behind the plant was also the outline of connected rooms, and one of the doors of the plant opened to the outside. Addendum 4730.60. Interviewed. POI 90958 Bambuzio Starswinger. Interviewer. Junior Researcher Cosmo Aston. Forward. The following is an interview conducted after the exploration of one of the given coordinates. From POI 90958. Begin log. Do you recognize any of these items?
Oh my god. Why would you show me this?
So you recognize them?
These are clown parts. You're showing me dead clown parts.
What a shame. When the task force arrived at the location, there was no sign of recent activity, except the imprints of rooms on the field behind it. I'm guessing this is, as you use an excuse for everything, time clowns?
That sounds like the ranch. They're sneaky. They wouldn't have suspected the Foundation to sniff them out, though. The owner's not that discreet.
The video was a gem to find for us. Showed us a lot about clowns while we practically knew nothing. I knew already, actually.
Are you familiar with clowns already?
Nope. I watched the tape beforehand. I had my theories, though. Judging by the amount of objects left over, I doubt they thoroughly cover their tracks. The documents are a real find.
How so?
Well, you're on it for one. Bambuzio Starswinger 2 Pieros.
What? That can't be true. I bought them from a noted genuine breeder, you liar!
No, it's right here, see? Guess they weren't as genuine as you thought.
My god. The whole entire system's fucking corrupt, isn't it?
POI 90958 is seen putting his head in his hands.
That makes no sense as to how Clowning About Ranches was able to disappear before you came along, though.
All information given to the Foundation is classified, I doubt it.
Exactly. You must have a clown in your ranks.
What? You mean a rat?
No, I mean a clown.
POI 90958 is then seen grabbing Researcher Aston's wrist, before quickly rubbing the side of his hand. POI 90958 lets go, showing residue white grease paint on his hand to Researcher Aston.
Did you not think I would notice?
That will be all. Thank you. End log. Closing statement. Quickly after, POI 90958 was forcibly removed from the room. During the commotion, Junior Researcher Cosmo Aston was seen leaving the premises with a brightly colored unidentified entity, and the two seemingly vanished before they were caught. The whereabouts of Cosmo Aston remain unknown.
Being honest, I just thought he was really pale.
Agent Durian. That's... Oh my god, that one's so goofy. Oh my god, I love it. I told you. I told you. That's some clown husbandry type shit right there. My god, he was a clown the whole time. Have you watched The Boys? I've seen up to season 3. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Clown cars and clowns. Just a bunch of goofy goobers. We got through that faster than I thought. I thought we were going to take a little bit longer. A little bit longer. But alas, we're right in. You expect it to be goofy? Well, I assumed it was going to have some kind of goof because it was, you know, a clown car. Like a lot of SCPs, it plays itself simultaneously weird and straight at the same time. Which I appreciate. I find that very charming. All right.
Remember to stay hydrated, everybody.
Sit up straight. Pop my back. Oh. Lovely. Want to drink some more water? Because this one, I believe, is a little bit longer, if I'm correct. We will be going into... Oh, no. That's the next one. That's the one I'm thinking of. I hope watching a whole bunch of people getting killed in the boys right now. Just another day. Alright. Rest in peace. Item number SCP-2529. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. All records of the SCP-2529 occurrence have been expunged from local and national law enforcement databases. Site-27 research staff are to monitor internet traffic for references to the SCP-2529 occurrence, prioritizing crime-related and missing persons discussion boards. All detected references are to be suppressed, and associated individuals flagged for any necessary follow-up actions. See Clandestine Electronic Data Interference Guide for more details. Information related to the SCP-2529 occurrence is to be stored exclusively in a purpose-built automatically maintained fragmentary database. Personnel may not access this database more than one person at a time, and will be limited automatically to no more than 15% of the pertinent data concerning the SCP-2529 occurrence in each working period. Details of the SCP-2529 occurrence are only accessible for the purposes of approved research projects. Personnel accessing details of the SCP-2529 occurrence are required to undergo ketamine-assisted short-term memory erasure immediately following the conclusion of the task requiring this knowledge. Description: SCP-2529 is a phenomenon primarily affecting electronic devices used to access information on an unsolved multiple homicide. Discovered in the late 1990s in Fordingham County, Vermont, USA. Referred to hereafter as the SCP-2529 occurrence. Prior to the first documented appearance of SCP-2529, the SCP-2529 occurrence was a frequent source of discussion on crime blogs such as blank, blank, and blank. Electronic devices used to access accounts of the events of the SCP-2529 occurrence, as well as speculation and discussion concerning the occurrence itself, the identities and conditions of remains discovered after the occurrence, or what parties may have been responsible for it, will anomalously cease operation despite the lack of any discernible mechanical or electronic defects. SCP-2529 has been shown to affect desktop computers, smartphones, laptop computers, tablets, e-book readers,
and any other device capable of transmitting written textual information. This effect persists over an indefinite time period and extends to components removed from affected devices and placed in functioning devices. SCP-2529 manifests at varying thresholds of information. By the reckoning of quantitative information models, exposure to approximately 30% of the relevant details needed to specifically identify the SCP-2529 occurrence is likely to result in a SCP-2529 manifestation. In some documented cases, however, merely citing the colloquial name of the SCP-2529 occurrence in contemporaneous media reports. Footnote: all media accounts of the SCP-2529 occurrence have been expunged as of the 11th of May, 2015. Has been sufficient to initiate its effects. Affected devices continue to function after accessing SCP-2529 occurrence information for a time period ranging from 15 seconds to 12 minutes, with a medium time period of 8 minutes 39 seconds, before being rendered irretrievably inert. SCP-2529 was first documented after a prominent spike in internet traffic regarding the SCP-2529 occurrence, coming approximately 11 years after the occurrence was initially documented in the media. The possibility exists that SCP-2529 manifested prior to this time, and may suitably explain several early failures by local law enforcement authorities in Fordingham County to collect evidence and transmit details to state and federal authorities related to the SCP-2529 occurrence. However, following examinations of the remains of the individuals involved in the SCP-2529 occurrence, Foundation researchers have determined that the lack of DNA records matching these individuals would likely have prevented resolution of the incident by law enforcement officials in any event. Research Log 2529.13 Unknown Communication. In the course of observing SCP-2529 effects during Experiment 2529.0234, Compact Presario 2200, by typing information related to the SCP-2529 occurrence into a Microsoft Word 97 document, the following series of images opened spontaneously using Word 97 Pinball, a hidden game embedded in the word processor. Forensic data software transmitting information to a separate database in real time confirmed that these images were not previously extant anywhere else in the affected device's hard drive. These images are believed to be an attempt at communication from an unknown entity and presumed to be anomalous in nature. Analysis indicates that the avatar used in this communication is a facial reconstruction of an unrelated homicide victim. The purpose of this is unknown. This was not intended. We shouldn't be seeing each other. It doesn't matter who. No need to search any further. It's better to sleep. All children should sleep. I wish my children would sleep. Sleep now. We were never meant to speak.
All right. Halfway through that, the building started settling and it sounded like someone was trying to open the door, so I may have had a minor freak out mid-read. I don't know if that came across in how I was talking. Also, a big-ass bug flew into my screen over here. I don't know what happened to it. I just moved some stuff away from it while continuing to read like nothing was happening. And there we go. Yep. That was a good one. I got super distracted, like I said, halfway through, so I didn't really absorb a lot of the information. Let me go back over this. What does it actually do? Another quickly. Yeah, the long one that I was thinking of was actually next. What does this actually do other than show up? Anonymously cease operation. Okay, so it stops. It forces people. What's going on? I'm trying to act because I got distracted halfway through. I stopped absorbing information because I was thinking about my door sounding like someone was trying to open it. I'm going back over it to try and ascertain what it actually does. So when you try to look up this homicide, it shuts down all mechanical or electronic devices. Once you get to a 30% like correct information, that darn door. Yeah, such is how it goes when you're in a building that is like 35 years old. Sometimes it shifts. And it can sound spooky. Sometimes it sounds like someone's walking behind me. Because like a floorboard will like make a creaking noise, and it sounds like someone's standing next to, like walking next to me. It does it like once. It's not like someone actually walking. It's like a they're going crazy, electric boogaloo. He does it every time. He don't care. He does it all the time. That's another easy one done. That's all of next week already taken care of. Yippee! All right. Next on the list, I think is going to be a bit longer. And I think it's going to be a bit rougher of a voice acting job as well. I look forward to ripping open my vocal cords to do this next one. 2530 is the SCP next to it, and the photo looks so funny and cursed. What is it? What the? A girl and her spider. Huh. Okay. It's a fun picture, but you can see the head. But I get the point. It's supposed to be like a headless child, I'm assuming. And then this paper towel on legs. Headless child with a spider. Yeah. I assume that. You can see their head outline underneath the dress, though. You can see that down there, but I get what the image is trying to portray. Let's put that back over here. Now, we will be moving on to... Welcome to the clubhouse. 5723, Level 5, Top Secret. Containment Class, Esoteric. Secondary Class, Garuva. Disruption Class, Amida. Risk Class, Critical. Special Containment Procedures. Footnote. Gavura class items endanger the inner structure of the Foundation and limits the ability of the Foundation to carry out its secondary objectives. Containment procedures pending full investigation by Overseer Council. Description: SCP-5723 SCP-5723 refers to the sudden disappearance of O5-1 on September 8, 2019. The exact cause or reason for O5-1's disappearance is currently unknown, and a top priority investigation is currently being conducted by the Overseer Council to find the whereabouts of O5-1 and the culprit, if there is one. History: on September 8, 2019, an O5 Council Summit was held. All parties were registered as having attended, save for O5-1, whose presence wasn't detected at the meeting. After waiting an hour for O5-1 to appear, the remaining 12 Overseers dispatched units from MTF Alpha 1, Red Right Hand, and STF Alpha 0, Backstreet Boys, to their physical and spiritual residence. O5-1's spiritual residence was noted to have completely deteriorated, with trace amounts of an unidentifiable concept. Their physical residence, on the other hand, showed signs of a break-in, with most of the windows and furniture being broken or otherwise damaged. No evidence pointing towards the entity of the malefactor was found, and the reason why the building's security systems did not activate is also unknown. As of writing, footnote. 2024, June 14th. O5-1 is still considered missing, and no information has been found on their current location and status. Until O5-1 is found and safely recovered, the Ethics Committee is to take on the role of acting O5-1. One new update. Accessing. Addendum 5723.1 Video Log. On September 8th, 2049, the 30th anniversary of SCP-5723, a video log was received by O5-3 from O5-1's personal identification chip, alongside two files titled readme.md and hi.jpg. The log was dated as September 5th, 2019, but a location could not be located. Following is a transcript of the video log. Forward. The following video was recorded from O5-1's PIC. As such, it is from the point of view of O5-1. How O5-1 was moved from a spectral to a physical form to allow use of the PDI, and actions taken in this video log are unknown. Begin log. The video begins with O5-1 waking up. They were tied to a metal chair in a pitch-black room. A single spotlight was cast over O5-1.
Hello? This is...
Data redacted.
Where the hell am I?
Two gloved hands come into view from behind O5-1.
applying tape onto their mouth.
Oh, you better keep that pretty mouth of yours shut if you know what's good for you.
05-1 struggles against the tape for 5 minutes, attempting to plead for help. Another entity believed to be a man wearing a Richard Ricky J. Rat. Footnote: the mascot of the Frankfurt Animation Company, created in 1928 by Joseph Frankfurt. Mascot costume walks into the spotlight. It looks at 05-1 for a moment before looking behind them.
Hey there, it's me, Ricky Rat. Welcome to my hideout, gang. Now tell me, do you see a thief anywhere? Huh? Do you see a fucking criminal in my hangout?
The entity holds its hand up to its ear and leans in the direction it was looking, pausing as if listening for something. A few seconds later, the disembodied voices of children can be heard saying, "Right there."
Oh, good golly, you're right. There's the pirate. We might need a very special tool to handle this one. Oh, Brady!
Footnote: a cartoon character created by the Frankfurt Animation Company in 1932.
Oh, here you go, Ricky.
The same gloves from before enter the spotlight near to the entity, holding out a rusted crowbar. The entity grabs it, and the gloves leave the visible area.
Oh, gee, thank you, Brady. Now, let's see here. How many times am I going to have to use this handy-dandy tool before you tell us how many movies you've watched without me even seeing a dime for it?
05-1 protests from underneath the tape covering their mouth.
Did Brady put that on ya? Gee, always looking out for our little trouble cases. Let's get that off, shall we?
The entity reaches over and violently rips the tape off of 05-1's mouth.
Come on, Overseer, tell us. How many times have you watched the fucking Sour Legend?
Footnote: an animated film reportedly made and released in 1986 by Frankfurt Animation. No known copies of the film exist.
Without paying for our service, huh? You should be able to afford it. We know how fucking rich you are, mister.
Data redacted.
And I swear to Joey himself, if you ain't paying us for some down with the man dumbass reason, there's gonna be a handy-dandy tool going up that irreverent ass of yours. Isn't that right, kids? Yes, Ricky! Good, good. So come on.
Data redacted.
How many fucking times? I don't know what you're talking about.
The entity slams the crowbar down on 05-1's left hand, causing them to scream out in pain. The children can be heard laughing.
Cut the fucking shit. We got our own little panopticon here at Frankfurt. We saw you pirating Sour Legend and Discount Magic.
Footnote: an animated film made by Frankfurt Animation, supposedly released in 1976. Notably, the film contained an accurate portrayal of thaumaturgy, and records indicate that the distribution of it was suppressed by the UIU due to this reason.
On our fucking rat opticon. Don't think we're blind. Rodents are fucking everywhere.
Data redacted.
We fucking see all. 9 times! I watched it 9 times without paying. There. You said it? I'm a thief. I'm a criminal. You caught me red-handed. Would you look at that? He fessed up! Well, ain't that swell? 9 times? Wow. Just wow. That's gotta be a new record. Get the fucking rack, Brainy. We're gonna have some fun.
End log. Upon viewing the above log, 05-2 revealed that she had been the one to introduce 05-1 to pirating. Due to this, 05-2 has been placed under high security, with a majority of MTF Alpha 1 assigned to safeguarding her and her location. 05-1 was declared KIA, and the Foundation is currently undergoing the process of promoting a new council member to take their spot. The location of the video log is still unknown, as are the whereabouts of the entities depicted within it. Addendum 5723.2 follow-up. Following the retrieval of the video log, a message was sent to the Frankfurt Animation Company. Footnote: a previously popular animation company founded in the late 1910s, Frankfurt has only recently resurfaced in the industry, having returned from a 60-year-long hiatus. Of note is that the Foundation contained no records of such a company until the retrieval of the above log. A full-scale operation is currently being done to investigate the nature of Frankfurt Animation and their relation to the log. Inquiring about the contents of it. 2. Julie Dale, Frankfurt Chief Executive Officer. Julie.dale@frankfurt.com. From Foundation Department of Public Outreach. Foundation.outreach@skipnet. Subject: questions. Julie, the O5 Council has recently received a video log from a high-level staff who was currently considered missing, wherein they were kidnapped and brutally assaulted by an entity resembling your mascot. We would wish to inquire on any possible connections this entity has to your company, and if we need to take action in regards to this. Likewise, we would also wish to inquire on the legitimacy of this Rat-Opticon. That file doesn't do anything. Dr. Friedrich Hayden, Director, Public Outreach. 2. Foundation Department of Public Outreach, foundation.outreach@skip.net. Frankfurt Animation Board of Directors, BOD@frankfurt.com. From Julie Dale, Frankfurt Chief Executive Officer, julie.dale@frankfurt.com. Subject: questions. My dearest Hayden, I have no idea what type of snuff film you just sent me, but, and pardon my French, what the actual fuck? Never in my 30 years of working with this company have I ever heard tell of a part of this company that partakes in such cruel acts of violence, especially against such an esteemed organization such as your own. Although the way they did it may have been a bit harsh, I'd like to say that it was more than justified. Our animators work tirelessly in our studio to produce such fine products for you to enjoy. I believe we deserve just a little compensation for that. Regardless, I've added the board of directors to this email. Some of the people on this board have been here for ages. I'm sure they'll have better answers than I do. Sincerely, Julia Dale. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. 2. Foundation Department of Public Outreach, foundation.outreach@skip.net. From Frankfurt Board of Directors, BOD@frankfurt.com. Subject: questions. Ignore this. Forget this. Forget this person. It has Joe's writing all over it. This isn't the first time this has happened. This shouldn't have happened again. Some things are better left forgotten, Hayden. Don't mess with the rat. Readme.md. that one was goofy. Bring for animation turning into a GOI. Yeah. I assume they were intending to do that. Also, I was very tempted to give Ricky the Mickey Mouse voice. Uh-huh. But I think that would have been a little bit too much on the nose because it's obviously Mickey and Goofy. This is a joke about Disney. Obviously. Giggling at the tape. That was fun.
Come on, Overseer. Tell us. How many times have you watched the fucking Sour Legend without paying for our service, huh? You should be able to afford it. We know how fucking rich you are, Mr. Data Redacted. And I swear to Joey himself, you ain't paying us for some down with the man dumbass reason. It's gonna be a handy dandy tool going up that irreverent ass of yours. Isn't that right, kids? No, I feel like this was a lot better of a choice.
Wow, we are going through this faster than I thought. It's only been an hour and we're almost done. Mickey saying fucking is hilarious.
You fucking dumbass! Uh-huh!
Gosh, Mickey. Why you gotta do him like that? Yeah. Let Goofy say fuck. A fuck. They aren't that long. Yeah. I thought this was longer than it wound up being. Maybe because I'm not stopping and like I have to get my brain into a different space to judge length. Because like the way I used to read for recordings was like very slow, like read like a chunk of a sentence, make sure I pronounce everything okay. Move on. And all that. I'm moving at a lot brisker pace. I'm ignoring a lot of mouth noises and mispronunciations. I'm not restarting entire sentences all the time. So I'm moving through them a lot faster. So I need to better judge the relative length. He'll be saying fuck totally fits his character though. A fuck? A fuck is still one of my favorite memes. I'm actually out of water. The logo changed? Yes, Derpy, we got Weeble Wobble as our little icon now. I feel like I should probably have something more identifiable than a white A. Also, how you doing? I'm also currently have a poll out to see if people want me to, or people are okay with changing the A logo on videos to Weeble's face. Seems to not be very popular right now. I might end up having to go back to the A anyway. Which is fine, I guess. Photo 5-1 should have been 13. 13 is lame. Yeah, but 1 is cool. Josie the Half Cat. That's a good SCP. I got a bunch of comments on that recently. 5-1 is an old man. I don't know, they didn't specify a gender, they said they. Yep. Keep the A and we will mix it up, like go back and forth. Maybe keep the A's in the reading videos and swap to Weeble for streams. But Weeble's also in the reading videos now. I don't know. Babe made out of Weeble. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking with portals. Pick it up with Weeble and the A. Oh, so like basically what Derpy said, like integrate them together, kind of. Maybe. Maybe put the A behind Weeble's face. Keep the A for videos and streams. Well, that and just keep and put Weeble in the icon. That's another option. I might try out putting the A behind Weeble, because the A, as generic as it was as a concept, it has become pretty identifiable as like my thing. So integrating it and putting like Weeble on top of it wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, says my MacBook should be recycled. You break it. Anyway, we're going to continue reading here. This is the only article we have left, and it's not going to take more than like 15 minutes. It's a little bit longer because there's a lot more dialogue, it seems. But I might have time to fit in another one, honestly. Any requests? I think I can fit in one more shorter one after this. One or two short ones. I guess one medium length and one short one. Bathtub? The Bathtub SCP. Have a short one? What it is. Oh, I should also say that Backrooms wiki.dot is also open game. Although I don't think you go for that one as much, Freddy. Yeah, SCP wiki.dot and Classic and International and Backrooms wiki.dot are open. 8357. Head figurine. And Josie. Oh wow, this one is like omega short. Is that a tooth? We can reread Josie. What was Josie's number again? Five 2-9. We can add these two on. Feels like an altered item. A little bit. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Alright, before we read these, though, I do need to go get some extra water. So, we're going to take a quick break. Get up, walk around, stretch your legs, all that good stuff. We will be right back. Hey, I'm back. You can do SCP 8085 for another decently medium-sized SCP. Let me go grab that. Even if we don't end up doing that today, we can do it later. Okay. It has always been... Oh, pop up. That. Natural. SCP 8085. Boop. Right there. Lizard. Limzard. No guarantee we'll get to that today. Because we're gonna cut off at a 2-hour mark. But maybe. Alright, I got some water. Also, it is dark as hell. I accidentally released every SCP. Oh, nice. That's some K-class right there. Limburg. That a type of cheese? Alright. Feel it's about time we get moving on. Our next article will be... Well, she's harmless to me. Item number SCP-8247. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Instances of SCP-83, instances of SCP-8247 are to be kept in large, separate animal enclosures at Site-908. SCP-8247 instances are to be provided with appropriate food, water, and enrichment daily. As SCP-8247 instances can transform at will, Foundation personnel are to approach instances of SCP-8247 with extreme caution. Access to the enclosures outside of providing SCP-8247 instances with their daily needs is not permitted. Reports of wild animals and/or house pets that show behaviors or abilities that align with documented information about SCP-8247 instances are to be monitored by the SCP-8247 research team in cases of possible containment breaches. All witnesses of SCP-8247 are to be administered amnestics and released. Diamond Summers may be allowed to visit SCP-8247-A27 for 3 hours, twice a day during its meal times. Summers is permitted to feed SCP-8247-A by hand. Description: SCP-8247 refers to an anomalous subspecies of felines. SCP-8247 instances possess the ability to transform into a Bengal tiger at will. SCP-8247 instances have often been observed to display violent tendencies, often attacking and consuming other animals and humans. Despite their primal behaviors, instances demonstrate behaviors of a typical house cat, regardless of which form they are currently in. SCP-8247 instances do not require raw meat and are capable of surviving on processed cat food, although larger portions are required and instances still exhibit a preference for fresh meat. Despite anatomy differences, SCP-8247 maintain behavioral traits influenced by the anatomy of big cats, such as the inability to purr except when exhaling. There are currently 247 instances of SCP-8247 in containment. Addendum 1 Findings. The following are relevant media discovered of a notable SCP-8247 instance
dubbed SCP-8247-A27, found by the Foundation in deduced chronological order. This includes social media posts on the platform Instagram and journal logs by its owner, Diamond Summers. This is the only SCP-8247 instance to be known to be a house pet. Megan the kitty cat. Today is our last day in our apartment, moving into the new house tomorrow. Hopefully there will be lots of room for Megan to roam and lay down. May 6th, 2021. So my therapist, before money became an issue, suggested this journaling thing, so hello journal, lol. Anyways, I can't fucking believe I'm getting evicted from my apartment. My only option is to move in with my aunt and uncle. They fucking hate me. They've always thought internet influencer wasn't a real job, but they offered to let me live with them. Probably just so they can boss me around, TBH. They've always been so bossy, even when I was a fucking kid. They always yelled at me and called me lazy and shit, and still do. Like, they'd even insult my parents for letting me turn out the way I did. Anyway, at least I've got Megan. She's always been so sweet. We moved into our new house. Megan gets along with our roommates rather well. Taking Megan to the vet to get her checked out. Everyone wish her luck at the vet. May 12th. Ever since we got here, Megan's been acting very strange. She's been hissing at and scratching my aunt and uncle, and once she even bit my aunt. They're threatening to call animal control if I don't have her checked out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Poor Megan doesn't even seem to notice she's in danger. She's just been cuddling up with me at night and licking my face. I don't deserve her. May 14th. Thank fuck I have a job interview in 2 weeks, just about. The closer I am to getting a job, the closer I am to getting out of here. Being an influencer is not paying as well as I thought it would. I'm just not popular enough, and sponsors are so hard to come by these days. Maybe they were right. Maybe being an influencer isn't a real job. I shouldn't have quit my job. Hey guys, I've noticed something kind of funny about Megan. She only purrs when she exhales. Do any of your cats do this? Like, she doesn't purr normally. Wonder if it's the breed she is, which I actually don't know, lol. Hey guys, I have a few questions I was hoping you could answer. So Megan has always had a bit of a large appetite, lol. I was wondering, firstly, do any of you have cats with large appetites? And how do you afford all that food? Because she sure is running me dry, P. May 22nd. It was a mistake asking Rachel and Todd for help with cat food. They just fucking screamed at me and said, if you can't afford it, get rid of the damn cat. Wish Megan didn't eat so much. I love her, but she has the biggest appetite of any cat I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. May 20th. I'm shaking so badly right now. My whole life has just been turned upside down. A lot has just happened. And why I'm even still writing in this thing, I don't know. They tried to throw Megan out of the house when I was asleep. I woke up in the middle of the night to get water and I heard meowing by the front door, so I opened it and I fucking found her outside. I know she wouldn't have gotten out on her own. She hates going outdoors. So I go and wake the fuckers up and confront them, and they just scoffed and said, it's not a big deal. So I tell them, yes it is. That's my cat. She's my baby. And they're like, it's always about the damn cat. And we argued for a while about Megan and how I only care about the cat and how they hate me and that I'm worthless and I need to do something worthwhile. And then eventually, Todd jumps out of the bed and grabs me by the collar and punches me, screaming at me to shut up. And then there's a fucking tiger in the room. Blood and guts and gore. They're gone. Then it just walked up to me afterwards, turned into Megan, and rubbed against me like nothing happened. What am I supposed to do? Megan is a tiger. My aunt and uncle are fucking dead. A gory mess in here. Fucking
terrified. May 20th. I have to get out of here. The police are going to come, find me. They'll blame me for this. But take Megan with me? What if she just eats me? But I can't just leave her. I'm all she's ever known. But I don't know what to do. Guys, I think something is seriously wrong with Megan. Addendum 2 police reports. On June 8th, 2021, Diamond Summers and her cat Megan were reported missing by the local police department after the discovery of the bodies of Rachel and Todd Smith. Summers had left behind all personal belongings, including all electronics. Summers was later discovered on June 17th in St. Joseph, Michigan, approximately 2 hours from her hometown of Joliet, Illinois. Summers was discovered when local reports of a tiger mauling local residents were released. Upon Summers' apprehension, physical notes were found on her person. June 9th. I had to go. I had to protect Megan. People would find out. They're going to look for her. And I couldn't have that. I know I'm homeless now, but I was going to be anyway. It's worth it. June 10th. I just realized. How am I going to feed her? I don't have cat food. She's a fucking tiger. What if she eats someone again? What if she eats me? She's never attacked me before. But what if she does it when she goes hungry? Shit. June 12th. I haven't given her something to eat in like 3 days. We're both starving. All she's had is grass. She started to lick me for no reason. I am scared. June 13th. I don't think I trust Megan anymore. She's been acting really weird. She's been randomly turning into her tiger form for no reason. I do not like this. How did I ever trust her? Why did I do this? Maybe I should go back. Just turn her into the authorities. Save my own skin. She's just a cat. June 14th. She did it again. Someone tried to talk to us, and she ate them. She can't keep doing this. I begged her to stop, and I think she understands. June 14th. Oh my god. He had a knife. I think he was going to try and mug me. Or something. She did it to protect me, not because she was hungry. Why do I keep doubting her? Such a terrible cat owner. She loves me, and I love her. Megan, I love you. Addendum 3 interview. Diamond Summers was taken by the Foundation on June 20th, 2021. Summers was later interviewed about SCP-8247-827. This interview took place before SCP-8247's file was created. Open interview. Interviewed: Diamond Summers. Interviewer: Researcher Kara Sandals. Forward: Researcher Kara Sandals of the Zoology Department at Site 908 was tasked with interviewing Diamond Summers, the owner of SCP-8247-827. Begin log.
Hello, Diamond. I appreciate you coming to talk with me about Megan. Hello? You said you wanted to, study her. You're not going to poke and prod her with needles or anything, are you? Oh, no. It's closer to observing her, but no poking or prodding involved. Good. Also, just for your information, the people she hurt were in self-defense. She doesn't just attack people for no reason. She's not dangerous just because she's a tiger. Diamond, I understand your defensiveness, but I'm going to ask you to calm down. I didn't accuse her of being dangerous. You seem to know a lot about her. Of course I know a lot about her. She's my cat. I've had her since she was a kitten. And are you sure you don't think she's dangerous? I don't believe that you don't. While others like Megan have shown violent tendencies, Megan herself has not. I've worked with animals a long time. I can tell when one is bonded to a human the way Megan is bonded to you. I do not think she's dangerous. I think she's protective. I still don't believe you! I still don't believe you would take her away from me! Wait. Others like her? There are others like Megan. Yes, we currently have other instances in containment. As I said, you seem quite knowledgeable about the species. What else have you observed about Megan? Observed? Like what? Like what she likes to do? What do you want to know that so you can use it against her? Like behaviors, natural instincts, likes, dislikes, stuff like that? And no, not to use it against her to help her. Please, just answer the question. Fine, she eats? A lot. Like, she's got this huge appetite. But that makes sense with the tiger thing now. Bengal tigers can eat as much as 60 to 75 pounds of food in one night. The instances we currently contain have all been observed to eat a lot of animals and people, but it seems Megan was able to survive off of cat food.
Visible discomfort is seen on Summer's face.
I could never imagine Megan doing such a thing. She's a sweetheart, she really is. Yeah, but she eats a lot of it, like I said. She also doesn't purr right, like she only purrs when she exhales. That's another natural behavior of a tiger. I'm surprised that didn't set you off to there being something off sooner. Me too, to be honest. Recently I made a post asking my Instagram followers about it, but I never looked at the comments. Still, this all confuses me. What's your goal here? I get that. We're not all thinking about things like that too hard. Our goal is to help Megan, as I already said. Anything else you've observed? Yeah, I've found Megan really likes to play with toys. Have you tried toys with the other instances? Megan really loves those wands that have the feathers and worms, you know? We have not. Currently we just feed them and give them places to climb and such. The fact that you call them instances tells me a lot. Even though they're tigers, maybe they'd be happier if you played with them. They're cats too. Maybe you just haven't found some of their playful sides. Cats often get what seems to be violent when they really just want to play. That's true. That's a very common house cat behavior. Diamond, you're very knowledgeable about Megan, which leads us to believe that you may be of some help to us here. Megan has already shown to not like to be distanced from you for too long. It's been a week and she's already injured 3 staff members and attempted to injure 2 more. Before this interview, I was discussing something with my colleagues, and you've only further proven yourself here. We would like to offer you an opportunity. What kind of opportunity? The kind where we allow you to continue to see Megan. As we see you're currently homeless, we will house you and provide you with basic needs. In exchange, you will help us study and take care of Megan, and possibly other instances of SCP-82, and possibly other instances of SCP-8247 if it is deemed safe. I get to keep Megan? So you were serious about helping her? Now I feel kind of bad for doubting you. You can't live with her anymore, but you will be allowed to visit her. How often is yet to be determined. What do you say? Of course, I'm not really in the position to turn you down. I'd love to help you. Thank you. Thank you so much. No problem, Diamond. Now Megan is probably waiting to see you.
End log. Closing statement. As of June 25th, 2021, Diamond Summers has been granted Level 0 clearance, with some exceptions. Allowing Diamond Summers access to interact with other instances of SCP-8247 is currently pending. Nice. That's a big cat. That's a big crazy cat, dude. My pet's a tiger. Lady had a terrible family. Kind of a shitty aunt and uncle. I don't think they deserve to get eaten. That story, but it turned out to be a happy ending. As happy as it could be with, you know, like 4 people dead, plus 3, 7 people dead. As far as SCPs go, that's not bad. So they are basically just house cats that can turn into tigers because they act like house cats. Macintosh. That is also a tiger. Yep. A big cat. Yeah, you might say. All right. That's actually the conclusion of the stuff that had been put into the list, the previous list. I might have to send out another list before the next reading session. But before that, we actually have other articles we can read. Such as this one, which will be in and out. Super quick. 5 minutes. Not even. And it goes by the name of... Head Figurine. Item number SCP-8357. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-8357 is to remain stored within Site-357 indefinitely. Description: SCP-8357 is the head of a terracotta figurine, measuring 36 by 35 by 20 millimeters. It is heart-shaped. Trace remnants of pigment remain on the object's face, with dry streaks trailing down from the eyes. Forehead markings indicate the absence of a headdress. A fractured collar and ear spool remain. At time of discovery, accession records matching object's appearance were present within 73% of all museums in the global north. Anomalous interference presumed due to timeline improbabilities. All records erased without issue. Discovery. Acquisition records lost or non-existent. See up-to-date provenance below. Mexico. Date unknown. It was broken off by the neck. Now we have it. Last updated the 2nd of January, 1998. Yep. There's another one in the bag, baby. Remember when like all SCPs were like this length? That was a long time ago. This SCP got me confused with the Mexico thing earlier. I see. You got them like kind of molded into each other. I get you. I feel you. Also, Need to get rid of that one singular little dot there. There we go. That was so long. That was a lot of work. Whew. Bathtub. This ain't a beach. This a bathtub. Alrighty. I think we got plenty of time for these two. There's not another clicking thing I'm missing here, right?
SCP boob.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm actually glad they introduced that as a filter, because you used to just be able to find like the most like depraved shit, like Montauk. You used to just be able to access it. Like, that's messed up. Cover your eyes, kids. So it's actually good that they introduced something like that. 529 photo change. Yeah, a lot of the old photos have changed. And ears. Kitty ears. Yeah, they've been over the past couple years, they've been changing all of the old photos. If they don't definitely have rights to them, they've been acquiring new photos. A lot of the older SCPs that used to have photos no longer do because of this. If they haven't been replaced, a lot of them have just been removed. Still looks cute though. That's a very cute cat. Alrighty. I think we can go in on Josie the Half-Cat. Item number SCP-529. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. No special precautions have yet proven necessary. Josie is quite affectionate, and at this stage is free to move about the lower levels of the facility. Staff are not permitted to feed cheese to her. She will become distressed if not given sufficient cheese. Description: SCP-529 is a small house cat, Felis catus, with gray tabby markings. Parts of the animal to the rear of the end of the ribcage appear to be missing. The body terminates sharply, as if sliced in two. In spite of this, the animal has no health problems, and moves about as if its hindquarters were still in place. For example, walking takes place as usual, and sometime after feeding the animal makes motions as if to void itself of waste matter. The cross-section does not display the interior of the animal, but appears pure black to the eye and absorbs all non-visible wavelengths of light. It is slightly yielding to the touch. Gentle stroking of this area sometimes yields a positive reaction, purring and so on, but more usually leads to the creature turning on the agent, claws at the ready. Those scratched have experienced no abnormalities. The hind regions do not appear to be invisible. A cursory examination will show that there are no hindquarters. DNA testing has shown the animal to be female. Hey guys, Josie! I wonder if how I'm gonna differentiate this from the old version of Josie that I have up. Josie regular cat, but it's anomalous. Yep. She's just a little wacky. She's just a little goofy girl who likes cheese. I want to hug my cat. Fuck. I'll hug my cat when I get home. I love cheese.
Yeah, she's just like me, for real, for real.
Oh, quick aside, one of my favorite things to do when I'm streaming a game that I'm really enjoying is watching someone play the bits that I've already played. So I've started watching like the beginning of a playthrough of Control. And the guy that I'm watching, a little YouTuber, you know, he's like a little. I like to shout out smaller YouTubers every so often. Jesse Cox, has been very enjoyable to watch. Weeble take the camera and take a selfie and replace it for the PFP. Yeah, Weeble's taking over the channel. Also, hello, one though. How you doing? I love Josie. Josie is adorable and a good girl who wants cheese. Well, we've got one article left, and then I think we'll hit the 2-hour mark, and that'll be it for the night. I ended up doing no reaction streams this week. I still don't really know what was announced at any of the Game Fests. I've been purposely avoiding almost all of those videos. Like, I still need to go watch Game Fest, I need to watch Indie 3, I need to watch the Ubisoft thing. Thinking about when to do that. Wouldn't give her cheese if I were you. Not like she can fart. She ain't got no ass. She can't fart. Backrooms level if we still have time, but we'll see. Yeah. And on that note, on to the next one, which will be It Has Always Been Natural. Item number SCP-8085. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Individuals who report arousal in the presence of desert grassland whiptail lizards are to be detained and interrogated. They are to be amnesticized or disposed of if deemed necessary. Foundation web crawler I/O Nemesis must monitor the global population of the desert grassland whiptail lizard for any reports of unusual behavior. Any reports of these or any other asexual animals acting erratically are to be scrubbed, and any witnesses are to be amnesticized. Description: SCP-8085 is a phenomenon affecting the desert grassland whiptail lizard, Aspidocellus uniparens, a species characterized by their all-female reproduction, population, and asexual reproduction. Due to SCP-8085, members of this species will emit vocalizations akin to those of a human once in their lifetime. These vocalizations are incoherent, but have been described as distressing and painful by witnesses. Notice from the Foundation Records and Information Security Administration. The remainder of this document is redacted with Level 6/8008 clearance. Maria Jones, Director of RISA. Click to proceed. Addendum 8085-1. SCP-8008 was an Enochian anomalous event centered around one SCP-8008-2. A being that altered fundamental aspects of reality through use of extreme ontokinetic manipulation.
Due to the following events, SCP-8085 is thought to have been partially affected by SCP-8008. On June 11th, 2023, during the routine inspection of the 500,000 corpses found in SCP-8008-A, an unusually large corpse of a desert grassland whiptail lizard was found, designated SCP-8085-Alpha. The yellow lines on its loin spelled the following: Vesta.txt. Following this discovery, Hanazono.aic flagged a single text file within SCP-8008-C. The contents of Vesta.txt indicate that its author wasn't SCP-8008-2, but through the after effects of the transtemporal cognitomiasma that followed Project Timegeld, it entered its possession. Vesta.txt was promptly decrypted and added to the SCP-8085 documentation. He never stops. He never stops. He and everyone else, but especially him. Now I'll arrive today with a letter from him, and wide over wide it just said, "Actually, it's not natural. Not natural at all. Because biology doesn't work like that. Sexual reproduction is the primary drive for all humans, and for all animals, and humans like you and me like to reproduce sexually. It's quite literally what Freud said. So not wanting to do it is unnatural. You understand what that means? It means that either you're lying or broken, and I will fix you. Now I want to tear off my skin."
Another victim of the, I felt like this was going to be longer than it actually wound up being club.
Wow.
Yep, just because it's not as visible, don't let anyone tell you that asexual people do not experience any form of discrimination because, oh boy, in a society that expects sexuality to be its standard, yeah, you do. It's just not as visible. Backrooms level 98, just short enough to end the strum with. Didn't I read this one? Don't tear off your skin.
You can't tell me what to do.
I feel like I've read this one already. Not like I won't read it again. I already said I would. But did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Got a new image, though. Level 98, Downtown Diner. A dual-core Intel Core i5. I assume that's cool. Not that I know. Alright. Yeah, we can reread this again. That's fine. New image, though, yeah. That's fine. I might not upload the ones that I've already read. Unless they're significantly changed. I might not re-upload them. I'll have to go and double check the old versions, though. Yeah, I'll read it anyway. It's fine by me. Alright, let's take a drink. The i5 from 2012, though? Oh, is that bad? I'm not a tech person. I don't know what any of this means. My throat is starting to get mad at me. I think we have time for this last one. Alright. Our first Backrooms level in this new reading format. Level 98. Downtown Diner. Survival difficulty. Class 1. Safe. Secure. Minimal entity count. Level 98 is the 99th level of the Backrooms. Description. The first area of level 98 is a small, repeating section of a straight, building-lined street with a brick road. The level loops. However, the Wanderer also appears to repeat with it. For example, if you stood in the middle of the road and looked straight ahead, you would be able to see many copies of yourself, which move at the same time as you. Almost none of the buildings on the street can be opened, except for the buildings you enter out of, and a single diner in the middle of the section of the street. This diner is the only source of light on the street, besides what appears to be the moon in the sky. On the outside of the diner is a large, yellow-lit sign with the text, "Downtown Diner," displayed in black text. On the inside, slightly familiar music can be heard playing. The smell of breakfast food being cooked wafts through the room from the kitchen, and the sounds of clanking pots, pans, and silverware can be heard from the kitchen, though fade as you get nearer and see that there is no body in the kitchen. Sitting down in one of the diner's seats has a chance of summoning a few entities. These entities appear to be people familiar to the Wanderer in question, though their faces are unable to be seen, instead looking out of focus, much like a camera. Any attempts to stand up and move toward the entities will make the lights blink off in the diner, and when the light returns, they will have vanished. Any words the entities say will be garbled, as if far away or talked over. Bases, outposts, and communities. Diner patrons. Multiple wanderers who have chosen not to leave the diner. They are friendly and welcome anybody who enters the diner. Amount of patrons vary, as some decide to leave eventually. All seem to be very close friends with each other. Entrances and exits. Entrances. There are only 2 ways to enter the diner. 1, you could find a metal door that matches the door you enter the floor out of on level 5 and level 11, though the door locks behind you. Or you could wander level 6 long enough until you eventually walk out of an alley farther down on the street. You can also enter from the hub, which will lead out the same door as levels 5 and 11. Exits. You could leave to level 6 through an alley at the far end of the street, or leave through the door you came from before it closes. You can also walk into the bathrooms in the diner, which will lead to level 103.
Hey, imagine a body with no face. What, you mean like a faceling? Nothing without a face.
Bum, bum, bum.
You mean like a faceling? Oh my god.
No shit, audio's back in your head. Now get out of my head, god damn it. This son of a bitch. You know, we actually got 5 minutes. Oh, we go over here. Real quick. I'm going to read one on my own. Something that I have long wanted to actually read, but I've never taken the time. Let's read the core item of the Backrooms. Whoa, holy shit, they expanded the article. Never mind, we are not reading Almond Water. That's like a 10-minute read. Thing in the middle can control Ati responding to the face thing. Yes, I actually commented on it when it happened. I was like, get out of my brain. You don't belong in there. Macintosh Windows. Now there's an anomaly. Wow, these are all so much longer than I remember them being. The ghost light! Whoa. That's neat. Great welcome, voice of Zeus. What do you bring? What word from the gold vaults of Delphi comes to brilliant Thebes? Another long one, yeah. I think we might call it there. It's not like they're super long. Scarabback. We can do this one real quick. Like, it's not like they're super long, it's just I got like 5 minutes. Scarabacks. We can do this one. Object 14. Scaraback. Object 14. Scarabacks. Scarabacks are small, mysterious sculptures of beetles made out of dark lapis. Description. Scarabacks are crude, dung beetle-shaped figurines, carved on what superficially resembles lapis lazuli, but in a much darker shade of blue. They can be roughly between 5 to 15 centimeters in size. They are also painted over using white paint, either to draw details on the sculpture, or rather written as a set of hieroglyphs on the base, usually reading a quick prayer to the Egyptian god Khepri. Footnote. Khepri is the ancient Egyptian god of the dawn, usually represented as a dung beetle, and along or as the sun god Ra. These objects do not seem to have a definite origin, but are rather found on corpses of the lost faction known as the Dynasty of the New Sun. It is to note that the usage of these talismans by an outsider is a grave offense to said faction. Properties. Unlike regular scarab carvings, footnote, scarabs are amulets of ancient Egypt depicting dung beetles, used as personal talismans, and have become one of the most common relics of ancient Egypt. Scarabacks are able to animate themselves. If the prayer on the base is whispered to the object, the beetle will spread its wings, make a loud droning noise, and begin to emit blue light for up to a minute. A simple "thank you" in any language is enough to make the scareback revert back to its inanimate state for 2 hours, becoming unusable for the duration of said time. An entity may also be able to turn this object into its passive mode, although how exactly it is done is currently unknown. While active, Scarabäck Light seems to be able to stun most entities that prefer the dark, and may also be able to temporarily blind humans if the environment is gloomy enough. In addition, the droning noise appears to be irritating to many dangerous entities, who will attempt to get away from the source of said noise. Uses. Most travelers with these objects in their possession use their scarebacks as an entity repellent, as its light and noise are able to make even a smiler recoil back. Its low duration and high recharge time, however, does not make it very effective if its owner is in a highly populated hostile level. It has also been reported that members of the Lost are able to use these beetles as a form of communication. Lacking modern cell phones, the Scarabacks allow the Lost to transmit information between each other, even between levels, by tapping their beetle in a manner similar to Morse code, with the receiver detecting droning matching the tapping. How two Scarabacks can be paired in such a way is currently unknown to those outside said faction. It has also been rumored that certain odd-colored Scarabacks may also be used as makeshift level keys, but these rumors have not been proven. Bug. Is a bug rock. A shiny bug rock. Macintosh Bimbos Ubuntu. That's a lot of OSs you're naming. Interesting object. Yeah, that one was cool. I like it. It's very useful, but with a limited range of ability because of its how little time it lasts. And I think that makes it fun. It also incentivizes having multiple of them on you. I don't think it said anything about not being able to have multiple. So you can carry a lot of them with you if you're going through a dangerous area. Man, having these when I was playing Into the Backrooms, these would have been very nice. And with that, it is midnight. And we've been reading for about 2 hours. Magdobuntu. We read altered items or FPC documents in general. You read SCP and Backrooms. You've been busy today. Yeah, it's a little bit busy of a day. I'd like to be more active of a streamer, but you know, real life, actual job, you know how it goes. I mean, as I'm playing the game, I'll be reading the articles. But like I said at the start of the stream, I'm also considering, after we are done with Control, like all the DLCs and everything, going and getting all of the documents and reading like the objects and all that, and reading through all of them and just making that a video. But we'll see how that goes. Mac OS, Windows, Ubuntu, Macdobuntu. Nice. Be a good night. I will, and I thank you for hanging out, Freddy. I hope you also have a good night. I know it's pretty late for you. But yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up here because I still have to make the shorts for tomorrow and get home and feed my cat and also chop up these videos. So, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you had a good time because I certainly did. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Oh, I guarantee Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday these will be coming out. I may add some extra days to that list because we have a lot of recorded now. All right, bye.